Hi, we're
Hi,
back. How are you?
I'm great. Long time no see.
Long time no see. We're back again with another edition of the Off the Rails pod. I'm Aisha Pratlier with my co-host Eric Jenkins. We saw each other like 2 days ago, so we have so much to catch up on, but we didn't really get to digest our time in Tallahassee. So here we are.
Here we are. I was about to say, yeah, this has been, I think, feel like the quickest turnaround for us post event.
Yeah, yeah. And we're very sorry that we didn't get this episode out to you on Monday, but we had to travel back. We have stuff going on. We have lives, but we're glad to be in your headphones now.
Yeah, one of the amazing things about being in Tallahassee was we got to see all of our amazing rail rider fans.
Yeah.
And a few of them had let us know that when these episodes don't come out on Monday, they're pissed.
They're pissed. They're pissed.
So
honestly,
to them,
as
we
a
say,
girly
look,
who loves a routine, I get it.
We will
You
do
know,
our best.
you're just expecting certain things.
This one will be a Wednesday this week. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to do our best. We are sorry. We did make some false promises in Tallahassee. We said we'll never let it happen again. And here it's happening again.
What can we say? We're just a girl.
That's exactly what we can say. How have you recovered from your weekend in Tally? Our weekend in Tally.
Recovery's going good. I honestly, we were talking about it while we were there, but I was like, could be maybe the most fun event we've covered. Honestly, it couldn't have been easier. It couldn't have been more fun. Amazing weather, crazy good atmosphere. It was just like perfect, all around.
It really was. I was talking to my mom about this actually on my drive home today, about how like everybody remembers the joy of spectating a cross country race. Everyone's running around. There's people everywhere. And just imagine that times a million with 10,000 fans running around a 2K loop to spectate the race. Like it was pandemonium in the best way. Like what a great, accessible, fun event to be at. Like I mean, I've talked about, if you've been listening to our commentary, I talk about World Cross, like probably I over index on it. I just think it is one of the coolest events in our sport. And it's not arguably, it just like is the hardest race in the world. So to actually be there in person and see it was so fun. And it surpassed and exceeded my expectations. Like I might have been in danger of overhyping, but it delivered.
Yeah, no, I think that no danger of overhype. It was my first World Cross. Certainly lived up to the hype, even though you really, really did hype it. And it was tons of fun. I'm still sore from from the community run.
Jesus. Okay. We've got to talk about that. It also in the greater context of, I cannot believe people were running so fast on that course.
Oh yeah.
Mind you.
After our efforts to realize that how fast Agnes and Geddick's run and Kiplimo almost went sub 28 on that course, you're like, I can't believe how fast they were clicking off those laps out there.
It was really crazy. I don't know if you can hear my dog squeaking a toy in the background. I apologize if you can.
It's good white noise.
He's coming to the party. So we got to run the course, and I think on the broadcast, what you didn't see enough of was the sand pit. So the pro races finish. We go pick up our bibs with some of our friends. We're going to do this community race. Mind you, I'm very out of running shape. I'm in just like a different kind of shape these days. And it is not fast running shape. And so take all of this with a grain of salt, but maybe, as most of us listening to this pod are regular people at this point in our lives, you could understand, you could extrapolate our experience onto how you might have felt on this cross country course. And let me tell you, you weren't going to feel very good. You weren't going to feel very good. There was this feature that I don't think was getting enough play. So to review, there were 5 obstacles in a 2K loop, which in hindsight, maybe too many obstacles, unless you're Kiplimo and Agnes and Gedich. The first one was the roller coaster, which is a man-made constructed hill on like some slippery, created with some like slippery turf. Then you go to the sand pit, which wasn't really shown on the broadcast. Now, the sand pit was deep. It was deep and it was long, right? And then
sand pit was it was deceivingly hard.
And then you go to the water, which was deceivingly blue.
And
it was like
very blue.
So blue. And then you had the hurdling of the crocodiles, alligators. Whoa, sorry. Definitely alligator. The gator.
Definitely alligators. But it's okay. It's okay. Crocodile, alligator. It's a very easy mix.
The nomenclature. Yeah. And then the mud pit. And then you kind of like bomb down the hill. And that's the loop. So that's kind of the lay of the land of the loop. What do you think was the hardest?
Well, the sand pit was, I think the sand pit was probably my least favorite. I think first off, the mud pit, there was there was a bit of an error where you could just run alongside of the mud pit. So the mud pit, I'm sure the race directors saw everyone just avoiding the mud pit completely. And they were like, why the fuck did we not just put the barriers closer to why are they all avoiding the mud pit? The mud pit would have definitely been the worst if you had to go through it.
Shoe swallowing.
Yeah. I mean, completely stop you in your tracks. Mud. Very deep.
Very deep.
Very deep.
Yeah, like ankle deep mud. And not like cute mud. Not like, oh yeah, it's like slippery. Like this is like the squelching. It's almost like dry mud, if you could imagine.
Yeah, well, it's not like an easy just run through it, get through. It would have been bad. So the mud pit, we avoided the mud pit. The man-made hill was very easy. I'm gonna go, and then I think the Blue Lagoon waters. I wasn't a fan. I just didn't like. We also could have avoided that. Yeah, but I was like, I'm here for the experience. I ran through it immediately, completely soaked, heavy. Yeah.
I threw away those socks.
But I do. So I'm gonna go. I think the sand pit was probably, and the alligator alley was. I mean, we did a 4K community run, so I don't think we got like the experience of alligator alley as the athletes
as a 10K?
did. So, because yes, I think the other athletes would say alligator alley probably was the worst part. I think I wonder what they would say.
I wonder what they would say.
Because I mean, I don't know. Like it is interesting to like those guys aren't, unless you're a steeplechaser. Like it's like hurdling in a race is not something anybody's really used to at all.
I think what made the alligators difficult was shortly thereafter was a hill, so you couldn't really, you couldn't really sandbag for a minute to revive yourself. You just like had to get into the next bit. And there wasn't a lot of space in between, like the water pit, the gators, the mud was all in a tight sequence. So you had to have your wits about you.
They spaced it out really well where it was like each obstacle felt like they were all kind of equidistant apart. So it did feel like they did a good job with that. It is the perfect spectator course. Like you can, the laps, they go by fast. right? Like these guys run 2K so fast, but there are ways that you can get from point to point, see them multiple times a lap.
We were out there running back and forth.
We were out there like, I mean, I left my community run out there on the course in the very early part of the day, running back and forth to see everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, not a doubt in my mind. And then at some point I realized, I'm like, we're running back and forth, but with plenty of time to spare. I think we can time it perfectly and just walk from point A to point B and still catch everything, still catch all the action, which we did implement because we were doing a lot of running in the blazing Florida heat. But man, that was like kind of my first time seeing a cross country race, and like running alongside to watch all of it.
Same. Wow, so I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, that
super
was
fun. Yeah, it was. We picked a hell of a meet to kind of tee it off with. But yeah, such a fun event. Can't say enough good things about it.
What was so cool is like just thinking back on how many things the LOC, the local organizing committee, got right. I just completely had forgotten about the band.
Oh yeah,
that played. Yeah, they had like a full marching band from, what was it? A&T, Florida A&T. I'm
sounds
not sure.
About right.
Yeah, something like that. Incredible band. Like got everyone so hyped.
Oh yeah, it was like drumline right before the gun went off.
Yes. And then they I think it was like kids under 12 were free, and the tickets were cheap comparatively to, I mean, think about a world championship of anything that you could ever go to, like $25 to a world championship is great. If you paid for the community race, paid to get a bid for the community race, I think that was also $25, and you got entry into the event.
Wait, is that, like, that's really? I didn't know that. If you did the community race, you get a ticket.
Yeah.
That's a great. They're really incentivizing that community race.
Yeah, and there were so many young people there. It was like the other world championship that I've gone to is in Eugene, which I no shade on Eugene. I love Eugene to death, but the average age of Eugene is much higher than what we saw in Tallahassee.
Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know. I feel like younger people, they like being out. They want to be mobile, right? The old farts, they want to sit down. They want to stay seated. You'll get yelled at in Eugene for standing up in your seats, like blocking someone's view, which is like, it's nuts. We've talked about this before. There's some like social cues going on in the Eugene Stadium that they got to do away with. But there's none of that. There's basically no rules at the Tallahassee
other than course. You can't stop on the bridge. That was the only rule.
Other than you can't stop on the bridge. And when we say the bridge, there was this pedestrian bridge that connect, so you can cross the course and get to the other side. And they had volunteers at the beginning doing a great job getting that foot traffic across. However, there was one point where the security got very lax and there was a massive traffic jam.
Like a log jam.
Very bad. And there was a point where I'm like, we have to keep moving because people, if you didn't keep, it was like the perfect place to watch the race. Yeah, and that's where all the photographers were standing, getting a lot of shots. But the other people were like, I think I'd like to stand here too. I really want to stand here. There was almost a fight on the bridge between two old guys.
Oh, I missed this.
Right in front of me and Mac. A little bit of pushing, a little bit of verbal. Because one was trying to cut in front of the other. The other guy didn't like that. Now, I mean, this is like there was like an 80-year-old. This is like a 75-year-old man and a 60-year-old man. So it wouldn't have been, I think, someone might have fallen.
Live stream the fight.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be, this absolutely insane fight. Maybe someone would have fallen and broken a hip, but it was still entertaining nonetheless. But that pedestrian bridge, so there was a bit of a stumble at one point, but overall, everything was running so well. I was just thinking how great of a job they all did.
It is one of those moments in our sport where it just like restores your hope in running as like a viable entity. Like it was just so fun.
Yeah.
Like I think about it and I just smile of like, wow, I feel lucky and grateful that I had that experience, that I got to go see that, go see the races, go be in the atmosphere with, how many friends did we bump into, new and old?
And they did that. The plane flyover was fantastic.
Oh, that gets me going every time.
Right when the drum line ended, they did a plane flyover. The crowd was fired up.
Oh, yeah.
So they did the flyover, then got right into the 4x2K relay, and we were off and running.
4x2K relay. The whole thing was great. The 4x2K relay was really a highlight for me. I think it's such a fun concept, really, to have this mixed relay. Faster speeds include more specialists, more event groups into World Cross instead of, the hardcore 10K marathon crowd. Hats off to Australia. Like they absolutely crushed it. Jess Hull, Ollie Hoare, Lyndon Hall, and Jack Anstey, Illinois State Redbird alum. Go Redbirds.
Go Redbirds.
My alma mater. Really just goes to show how much of a team sport cross country is. Like even the relay is an example of that. Like there were other countries that put together good teams, but Australia put together a great team and they were dominant. It was very fun to watch.
What year did Anstey go to your school? You didn't overlap with him.
After me. No. Let's see. He trains in Flagstaff with the Dark Sky Distance Group, runs for Under Armour, coached by Stephen Haas. Jack Anstey, Illinois State. He is
I see that. I see those wheels turning.
8 years younger than me?
Yeah.
That can't be. Oh,
your
God.
rapid eye movement right there. Trying to calculate those, those graduating class numbers or whatever it was fun to watch.
Yeah. God, it's crazy. We're getting old. Graduated in 21 as a fifth year.
Okay. Yeah. So we had the of course we had World Cross, we had all those fun races, and then right when we got back from that, I think it was the very next day, the Houston half and the Houston marathon went off.
We're not done talking about World Cross.
I'm like, what else do you want to talk about with World Cross?
I want to talk about you meeting Beatrice Chebet.
Oh my God. My baby girl. What a fantastic interaction. It couldn't have gone any better. I'm glad you were there front and center to see it all go down.
I wouldn't have believed you.
You what? I just come by and I'm like, yeah, it went really, really well. And you'd be like, you're full of shit. But no, it went great. She's fantastic. I'm surprised that she had seen all the clips.
Yeah. I'll set the scene.
Yes,
so,
go ahead, set the scene, Aisha. I'm all nervous.
I'll set the scene. I can see a little twinkle in your eye. So we are in the VIP area. There's food, drinks, some comfortable places to sit, some Wi-Fi, and we go in there. Eric is, getting absolutely smoked by the sun by this point. So
Okay.
we're taking some refuge, getting out of the sun. And we see Beatrice Chebet in VIP, and we think, oh, we probably should say hi. So we go to approach, and she's talking to one of our other friends in the industry, and we start strategizing, like, okay, how are we going to go in here? Eric is like, should I touch her? Should I tap her on the shoulder and just say, like, hey, I'm a big fan? I'm like, oh no, God, no, don't touch her. Like, let's just be super respectful here. Like, let's go in
should
soft.
I touch her is crazy, first of all. I said, yeah. Let it be known for the record. I didn't say, should I touch her? I said, should I? I'm like, a tap on the shoulder.
On the shoulder. Yeah. I was like, God, no, don't touch her. And we're like, all right, we got this plan. We're going to go in. And when she's finished, we'll respectfully go in and say, hey, Beatrice, congratulations. We're big fans of your work. Would you mind if we got a photo? This all gets turned on its head, because as we're approaching, she jumps out of the conversation she's in, grabs Eric by both arms, and says, "It's you."
Yeah. I just went completely weak at the knees.
And Eric is just so sweet, and he's like, I'm such a big fan. And she replies, I know.
Yeah. I'm like, you've seen the clips, huh? Mm.
Yeah, which it was just so cute. It was so great. Yeah, so I guess Beatrice is an official rail rider.
I think we've got her now.
I think we got her hooked. It was really sweet. I think, never meet your heroes is totally not true here. She was very lovely, and Eric maintains that there is a sparkle, a glimmer.
I mean, you saw it, Aisha.
Her husband's listening to this like, sounds like I got to kill a guy.
He's like, I wouldn't mind murdering this guy.
Do you got a man? Do you gotta kill someone?
He is listening to Mondo's new song. First of all, Mondo's new song, absolute hit. Mondo's song,
really
Mans.
It is
pretty catchy.
It is
shout
pretty
out, shout
catchy.
out to Mondo. Shout out to his new song, Mans. In the song, I think one of the catchy lyrics is, do you got a man's, or do I have to kill someone? And
when you say it like that, it's so crazy.
It's crazy. And I'm listening to that and I go, I have to fucking kill someone. I'm like, what an astute point, Mondo. That's exactly what I need to do. He's speaking directly to me.
Oh, I heard you sing this. I heard you sing this weekend. We got around with that.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't. This is just dawning on me.
Yeah.
So I'd never. You're great.
Thank you.
I never heard Mondo. I didn't know. I hadn't caught up on Mondo's new songs. And we get in the car. Eric requests the DJ me to put on these tracks, and of course he already knew every word to the song. Maybe it had dropped a few days prior, but
it dropped that morning.
Oh my God. Are you serious? How many times did you listen to it? Are you a lyrics guy?
No, it dropped.
Do you pick them up quick?
That's not true. It dropped. I think it dropped Friday morning. If he's adhering to the New Music Fridays on, I'm an Apple Music guy. I think new music probably drops Fridays on Spotify too. But I am a lyrics guy. Yeah, I think I can pick it up pretty quick. Also, it's like when a song's playing in the car pretty loud, you can also kind of sound like you know all the lyrics without really knowing 100% of them. Like you can kind of fake your way through a lot of them.
It didn't seem like you were faking it.
No, with that song, I've got it kind of dialed. It's not like necessarily too tricky, but it's just very fun. The more fun the song, the easier it is to remember the lyrics too.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a lyrics girl. I have to pull it up and sing along with the
words on my phone. Like I'm that girl.
Yeah, no, I think I can memorize the songs pretty well. But yeah, Mondo, new hit. We were jamming out to it in the Denali.
Whew. Riding in the Denali.
Riding high in the Denali after vibes were sky high after an insane day at the course. I met my baby. I fucking went as hard as I could in the community run, gave it my all, got so much sun and vitamin D. And then we just get into the 2025 Denali, put on Mondo's new hit song. And I'm like, life is so good, huh? I mean, I've got to kill somebody, but like, it's still really good.
Yeah, and then we did it again. Somehow we ended up out until God knows when.
Very fun night. Very fun night. Post-race.
It just was like, it was just the best day ever. It really was fun.
Yeah, it really was.
Wow.
I wonder when I'll see Beatrice again. You know what I was thinking? Here's what I was thinking. That we had kind of, this is like the power of the pod was because I had just mentioned to you basically in passing at, I think it was NXN that, I'm like, I'm like, you know who's like really cute? He's like Beatrice Chebet. And then like a day later, you're making me say it on the pod. And then a few weeks later, I am meeting her in person and she had heard me talking all about her. And then we posted it. And first off, the whole entire community was, first off, thank you. Everyone was so supportive in the comments. Like to the point where I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I thought, this is what we've done. We have set this all up, and I just thought how cool it was.
Maybe Beatrice going to Tally was her shooting her shot.
It kind of seems like it, does it not? She's not even racing. She's like, oh, let me take like a 15-hour travel day to go to Tallahassee, Florida, not race. I don't know.
But she got to meet her hero.
She got to meet her hero. So it all worked out. So
it
fun.
all worked out. So fun. Yeah. Shout out. We can close it out by shouting out Agnes and Gedich and Jacob Kiplima for absolute, like, I would call inhumane slaughterings of the Tallahassee World Cross course and fields. It was
inhumane slaughterings. Good choice. Really choice words.
Well, yeah. We're talking a lot about murder on this pod, and they really did it. They had absolute blowouts. Really impressive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just classic Agnes and Jacob behavior out there.
Mm-hmm.
Inhumane slaughterings.
I wish I could like stuff those words back in my mouth, but they're out.
They're out. They're out. So
we had Houston half.
I'm like, look, I could talk Beatrice all day, but I think it's time. So Houston half was the very next day.
Yeah.
Pretty insane performances.
Yes. What impressed you the most?
I think just the amount. So there's Alex Maier, right, with the number 2 all time for Americans. Mm-hmm. So that's obviously, you know, like that's a huge standout performance. But I think the depth at which was there how many Americans and how many people in general broke 60 minutes in half. That's a huge that's a huge, you know, as far as the half marathon goes, that's the number, right? That's the standard.
Yeah.
on the men's
eight
side.
Guys. Eight guys were sub 60. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Rory Linkletter, Canadian record.
Yeah. And Hillary Bohr just on the edge, 60.04.
Hillary Bohr edging, 60.04.
Casey Klinger, Ryan Ford, they're both American, correct?
Yeah, Casey Klinger, BYU grad, American. Like that's a big run. He's pretty new to the roads. Certainly not new to running because the whole joke was that he was like 30 years old in NCAA. But fantastic run for him. That's a Connor. I'm pretty sure he's still training out there with Connor Mans. So huge performance from him. Really impressive. Ryan Ford, a guy who's been like slowly getting better and better, is like really making a name for himself being an elite distance marathoner for the U.S. That's to go sub 60. That's another huge one.
Yeah, that's huge.
So, I mean, all those are on the men's side, super impressed. Everyone usually, it's like Houston is known for the half. Right, it's like Ryan Hall ran historically fast there years ago. That's where you go to run a fast half. But then the full marathon was also was fast this year, right? Zuhair Talbi,
205.45. Yeah,
number 4
so
all-time
fast.
American.
Yeah. It's so fast. And then Kylie Huger-Thackeray, 224.17 to win. Sarah Hall, 226.26, was just like planning. She wasn't planning to even run the whole thing. Just kind of went for it, is what I read.
Yeah, so I saw she was planning on pacing.
She was planning on pacing through 30K.
Wow. And then just decided, I feel great. Let me let it rip.
Just let's let it go. Why not? And we didn't talk about the women's half.
Yeah.
Again, so fast. 64.49 to win. Sia Gebrselassie, who we're familiar with from the track, runs 64.52. Gosh, there were, Taylor Rowe, 66.20, very fast. Natasha Rogers, 67.30. I mean, a really, really fast day overall.
Yeah.
Houston's fun.
Houston is, it seems like an ideal.
Have you?
I've never been to Houston, no.
Have you run a half?
No. I've never run anything over.
That surprises me.
A 10K or maybe 12, maybe 12K. I've never done the half. But if I were to do it, it seems like Houston's the place to do it.
Definitely. What's faster than that? Like Valencia? Is Valencia?
Something Valencia.
Yeah.
And even speak of the devil, like Valencia, another insane weekend in Valencia for Andres. Is it Andreas or Andres? Andres?
I should know this.
Yeah, no, I should know. As soon as I said, I'm like, I obviously should know this. But Almgren, we'll go Almgren.
Yeah.
26.42 European record. That guy's silky smooth. Like everything, he is a runner that, like, man, his form never breaks down. Looks incredible. Like he is in an insane shape right now. I wonder where he goes from here. Would have loved to see him at Cross.
Yeah.
He would have been out. You bet he would have been up there in with that type of performance on the roads. But Valencia does it again.
And
I want to say, actually, shout out to Andy Butchart. Right?
Yeah.
Scottish record in the 10K, 27.40. After a lot of big surgeries. I was fortunate enough to race against him a lot. Good guy, funny dude. And again, it's like one of these testaments to if you just stick with it, through the bad times. I think he hadn't, run a PR in 5+ years, sticks in it, and is rewarded with a breakthrough performance. You love to see it.
Absolutely love to see it. No butchie, no party is what the cool kids say.
Yeah.
27:44 for him. Really, I mean, you nailed it. Like we don't see this, and we've seen this happen with a few athletes in the last year. Emily Infeld is coming top of mind. Your boy Donovan Brazier. It is beautiful to see these comebacks because we can all relate. We all know how hard it is to try and return to the level that's just been unrelentingly rising higher and higher and higher. So it is so wonderful to see someone be able to get back after a devastating few years. He and his wife have 2 kids. And it's like life goes on, and it's wonderful to see that he kept the dream alive and is rewarded.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. What else? Did anything else stand out to Houston for you?
I am currently looking at the Valencia results.
We can combine them.
We can combine them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, for women sub 30 in the 10K at Valencia, gosh, people are just running so fast. It's sometimes mind-boggling, and it's deep too. It's not just like the top 1 or 2 people are smashing it. It's like, oh no, everyone is very, very fast.
Everyone's very locked in. Speaking a little bit of a side to throw us off a bit, but I'm sure you saw another one. Bites the Dust, Albert Career. Big doping ban. That's a big name to go down. That's someone who's come on. It's had a lot of success. A New York Marathon champion. I think he's been on the podium like 5 times there. I think Connor Mance in one of these majors came in 4th, and Career was 3rd. Right, this is it's another big one to go down.
It's a huge one to go down. So he tests positive. Albert Career tests positive for I don't know if you say like Sarah or CERA, but it is a synthetic form of EPO.
Yeah, what it's called, like continuous erythropoietin releasing or something.
Continuous erythropoietin receptor activator.
Okay. Sounds pretty awesome. I could have used that in the community run to beat your husband. Continuous, like I just hear, it's a continuous EPO release. I'm like,
yeah,
fuck, that sounds illegal, man.
It sounds pretty illegal.
So did they release, is it a 4-year ban? Did they release the length of it? I just saw it said suspended.
I do not see the length yet.
Yeah.
And it's unclear like what results would be at stake here. There just isn't a lot of information.
Yeah.
That's out there yet.
It's just a heads up. They're like, heads up, Albert's going down. We'll give you some details later.
He's going night-night. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's great that people are getting caught. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good, but it's a win for clean athletes. It's a loss for clean athletes in the moment. I wish this wouldn't happen. I wish people weren't losing out on massive opportunities. We've talked about this time and time again. You're just robbing people of what they earned by taking these shortcuts. So goodbye. farewell. Wiedersehen. Don't need ya.
Yeah, it doesn't really instill a lot of confidence in one. And it's to see all these athletes go down. It seems like in recent, like as of recently, it's been a lot more, which is good. Like but there is something about it that I think to the public probably doesn't look great.
So here's out of 683 sanctioned athletes, 140 are from Kenya, which is 20.5%.
That's a big chunk right there.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah.
Then we have India at 137. Then we have Russia with 75. And the US has 15 athletes on the list.
India is, wait, can you give me the Kenya number again?
Kenyan number is 140.
Wow. So India is sneaking right up there.
They're coming up on the shoulder.
But I mean,
but they're not doing as good.
I was going to say, I'm like, dial in your protocol, India. What the fuck? I'm like, Parvez Khan is leading the charge for y'all. And he's coming he came like second at SEC 1500 or something. I don't know. Figure it out. But those are big numbers. How long those are numbers for dating to when?
Those are the current athletes that are banned.
Just that's all of the current. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really it's really interesting. It just seems, I don't know if it's because now I'm covering it more seriously, but it just seems like as of recently, there's just been a lot more. Yeah.
As of recent, there's more. We got some new additions to the enhanced games segue.
I did see that.
Yeah. Marvin Bracey, who we talked about earlier on the pod, joins the enhanced games. We have,
we called that.
Yeah.
Did we not say that publicly?
I'm not sure if we said it publicly.
I hope I did, because I mean, it seemed like anybody so Marvin Bracey, that's the big, I mean, and then there was another one,
Race Prescott.
I was gonna say, is it Prescott? Is it Prescott? I know it's a D.
No, I tried to do a soft in between.
I did see that, and I'm like, I don't like that. So I'm like, pick a side. Pick a side. Don't try and don't do that shit. I don't like
he's
the
British.
name. Yeah. Prescott sounds, I don't know if that's the American in me. I'm like, Prescott sounds right. Prescott.
Prescott.
Okay, yeah, Prescott.
How would the Brit say it? Race Prescott.
Okay, yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But he's in the he's in there for the 100. The 100 field is filling out.
It's filling out. So here's what's crazy. So Reese is claiming that you don't actually have to take the drugs.
That's also what Fred Curley has claimed.
Yeah. Who knows?
You don't have to take the drugs.
You don't have to take the drugs, but we're all going to take the drugs. No, who knows? I don't care. If you're doing it, in my mind, you're doing the drugs. Sorry it's a black and white issue for me.
Yeah. Well, because did they say, has WADA or USADA, whatever, like if you compete in the enhanced games, you cannot come back and race on the circuit?
No. Swimming has said that.
Okay.
But I have not seen anything from World Athletics or WADA.
Okay, well then let's say because Fred Curley said, I'm pretty sure he has said, I am not going to be taking drugs.
Yeah.
And hoping to get back into racing, whenever his time is up. But I just don't see, if you're the enhanced games, I don't know. Look, I don't want to tell the enhanced games how to do their job, but if I'm running it, you have to take the drugs. I'm not setting this shit up for y'all to run, 10 flat and say you're clean. Oh.
Yeah. That's not the point.
I want you risking your life, pumped full, very unhealthy, shooting for these world records like in your contract you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, or else what's the point?
What's the point? It's not the enhanced games is going to last all of one meet if they show up and they're racing really slow.
Yeah, they're running like 10-2.
They're running 10-2 in an empty stadium, and they're all claiming they're clean.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Yeah. But it is weird. Like, I mean, the fields, because besides Curly is, is the top athlete. But the fields just aren't. You need like an incredibly deep, talented field, even if you are doping, to run really fast. I mean, the people who have been running really fast in years past were doping anyway, and they still needed an insanely good field to run that fast while they were doping. So, and these fields aren't that great as far as a world-class meet goes, or field is.
Yeah. I mean, Marvin Bracey's run 9.85.
Yeah, Marvin Bracey's good. He's not consistently like the top of the top. I'm saying if you want these 9.6s and these 9.7s, right. You need like a field full of guys who can actually run that.
Yeah.
To push each other.
Yep. And Prescott has run 9.88.
Yeah, like I don't care if these guys have done their whole training camp in India and they have they're pumped full of it. It's going to be very tough. If
good luck.
Yeah, good luck. And it's just like the enhanced games is picking off athletes who have been recently busted or recently retired, and we'll see how that works.
Yep, we will. I probably won't watch it. Like I won't give them my personal like viewership numbers, but I'll have someone like Eric tell me what happens.
Well, we're gonna one of us will need to watch it. I'll bite the bullet and do it because we are gonna have to cover it, like it or not. So I guess I can do my best relaying the information to you. I wonder who's going to be like, who are they going to get to commentate?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Who's like a famous, like scorned doper in any sport?
Do you think they need to be scorned? I don't.
Well, maybe not. Maybe scorned is not the prerequisite I'm looking for. Maybe like, remember like Mark McGuire?
Of course I remember Mark McGuire.
Somebody like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the Mark McGuire of the track and field world.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're inching dangerously close to like names like Justin Gatlin. I don't think. Do you think that, like even like let's say I commentated for it, would you be like, that's? I'm
gonna be mad. Don't do it.
You're gonna be mad. Okay.
You can't do it. I'm saying no. Mom says no.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, look, they didn't ask me.
You can't do it.
Fuck. Okay. I won't do it.
Was I scary? Was I scary?
You were really scary, and this is why I've told you multiple times. You're very intimidating, and I won't commentate for the enhanced games. I guess.
Yeah, they need somebody a little out there. We'll workshop it. We'll come up with a perfect presenter for them.
Okay. Speaking of, this is another thing that's, I don't know if you saw this in the news. the runner who had murdered. Do you see the runner murder?
Oh my God. This is an episode all about murder.
This is a mostly murder and bad boy episode.
Including with special guest Ice.
Yes. But so this is I believe I should get the murderer's name right.
Give me the deets right. I gave it a skim, but I need some more details. So this is a guy who was on NJNY, right?
I believe he was a former NJNY athlete who has just been
NJNY. It was a
NJNY, like, are you going to explain? Okay. NJNY
New Jersey,
was
New York
a
track club. Yeah. A pretty, like, sort of an if you know kind of club, but like really, really strong team.
Well, Aisha, I think,
like a decade, right?
As you know, our audience tends to trend a bit on the older side. They probably know NJNY very well. We don't know.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
The young, hip, cool high school, early college kids don't fuck with us, and we have got to work on how to break into that audience. But our demographic knows the shit out of NJNY. Yeah.
NJNY is like, they're great. Anyway.
They're great, but they're full of criminals. With first Kyle Merber and now Matthew Frank Molinaro, a convicted murderer. Absolutely insane. You really don't see this out of the running scene all that much. A little bit. You see it a little bit. It has happened before.
Oscar Pistorius.
Yes, but Oscar Pistorius. Yeah, but Oscar Pistorius doesn't hit as close to home to me. Yeah, I'm like I've trained with NJNY. I'm like, I can relate to this. I can't relate to Oscar Pistorius that well. But absolutely nuts. I don't know what year this guy ran for NJNY. And I really think it was only like. Well, now NJNY is probably doing some revisionist history and being like, oh, he barely ran for us, right? He ran for like, he did 2 meets, maybe 3, maybe 4 if we're really going to count and put a number on it. But he was barely with us. But like, absolutely insane.
Trained on his own.
Yeah. He didn't really even come to workouts. He was, he kind of was isolated from the start. We kind of knew he was going in a dangerous direction. And so we kind of jumped ahead of this and kicked him off the team. We knew he was capable of this thing. You could see how he interacted with the tempos and trying to get in and sit in the pack, that he was capable of murder. But anyway, the story is this guy had, I think, killed the new boyfriend of his ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's like dangerously close to what I had talked about doing literally minutes ago.
Like, sounds familiar.
I'm like, let's skip this fucking story.
Do you got a man's?
Yeah.
Do I gotta kill someone?
So I'm like, and here's where Matthew Molinaro went wrong, and here is where I will not.
Oh my God. We're going to hell.
But just a very crazy story. Merber was the one who actually sent me he's like, check out this article. This is my absolute boy. Fucking, can you get a load of this guy? So funny. I mean, not so funny. Really, really tragic.
Yeah, like someone is dead.
Someone's dead. No, really, really tragic. But it's,
crazy. Yeah, we don't really get a lot of murder in the old professional distance running.
No.
Right.
We really don't.
Yeah.
We really don't.
Whatever. Whatever. Sue me or lock me up in jail for murder. I don't know.
This is all a joke. This is all a joke.
They get it.
I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to make sure we don't get sued. So I just gotta, the race in Tallahassee made me rethink my fitness choices.
Mm-hmm.
And
we gotta get your VO2 max up.
I should probably get myself a Wahoo kicker run treadmill.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely. I think a Wahoo I've seen your garage set up. You've got a lot of fun toys in there. A Wahoo kicker run treadmill, you need it bad.
I need it bad. I did not have a really great showing out there. But I would need a companion to help me train. I don't really want to press a lot of buttons. That's where dynamic pacing comes in. I'm speeding up. My body is making the choices. The treadmill is following my lead. Could really come in handy for me next time I have to do the community run of World Cross Country Championships, when I'm getting my teeth kicked in by 10-year-olds. Got to get myself a Wahoo kicker run treadmill using code Sidious at checkout for 25% off.
And another thing, this is the Wahoo. It's going to be tough to simulate this, but here was our strategy with the run, or at least me, Mac, Wills. We got out very hard.
I also did. It was a mistake.
Did you try and get out hard? Yeah, we got out very hard because also the start bottlenecks directly into the man-made hill, and the man-made hill is kind of narrow, especially if you were in a huge pack like the community run was, which was fantastic turnout, lots of people. But anyway, we got out very hard, and then we tried to settle in, and the amount, I think we got passed by 3 or 4 jogglers. Guys who were juggling.
God, yeah.
Juggling and running.
Jogglers.
And they were running.
3 jogglers beat me.
Oh, I think 3 jogglers beat me too. They were joggling very fast, shockingly fast. I will say Mac was pretty pissed at the 3rd joggler. I was like, Mac was like, dude, you're the 3rd joggler we've seen. You got to find a new shtick, basically. This is about 800 meters into the race.
As Mac and I are breathing so hard after our exploits, running way too fast for our own legs, the first 300 meters. Yeah, he was upset.
I was like, take it easy on the guy. I'm like, let's focus on our own race. Let this joggler just do his thing. He's autistic and he's trying to have fun. And Mac is just roasting this guy into oblivion. I was like, we all got 180 heart rates. We gotta not talk as much and settle in.
Be kind to our fellow runner.
This is us.
Yes.
So yeah, the Wahoo back to the Wahoo kicker run treadmill. Yes. This would do numbers for our current fitness, our future fitness. We were talking because we got to really start. It was a bit of a wake up call for all of us.
Yep.
How hard we worked, and if we want to have any shot in hell at this New Balance mile relay challenge, we got to get our act together, and start and put our head down and lock in.
We gotta lock in, and the we is really me, right? Like I've prioritized other things in my life. To be honest, I haven't run since Saturday. It is now Tuesday. I have unfortunately taken on more responsibilities in my corporate job, which is great, but it's cutting into my fitness time. And I have got to stop making excuses and get on a Wahoo Kick Around treadmill and get it going. Using code CITIUS at checkout.
Using code CITIUS at checkout. Now I don't doubt you for a minute. I know your talent level. I know your fitness, and I think come whenever it is. What is it? April? When are we doing this?
Isn't it Boston Marathon?
That sounds bang on right. Yeah. We'll be right where we need to be.
Yeah, we've got some time. We got a couple of months.
We got plenty of time.
I was thinking it was going to be in February, and then I remembered. No, we've got time. We've got time. That's a good amount of time to build a base.
Oh, it's plenty of time to get a good cycle in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to New Delhi.
Get your continuous EPO drip.
I'm going to get a continue. I will DM Albert and Parvej. We'll get a little group chat going. I'll say, look, bud, I'm trying to go sub 5 in a couple of months with no training almost.
At the enhanced games.
Tell me what you think I should do. But yeah, no, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
We'll be fine. We do have some voicemails. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do a couple voicemails. Let's not, because we got to record again in a couple of days. We'll do a couple now.
Yeah. Okay. Good plan. I was gonna go nuts. So if you are listening, I remember speaking with a couple of rail riders this weekend in Tallahassee who said, I've been wanting to call and leave a voicemail. Now is your chance. Just do it, okay? 856-279-0080. Just leave us a voicemail. It can be running related or not. I'm gonna get through a couple. These are all gonna be surprises to us because I have not reviewed. We will get it going.
Yeah, we'll play it. We'll fuck it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Hey Eric, hey Aisha. I just saw you guys at World Cross in Tallahassee. You guys were kind enough to let me take a photo with you. I came up, you were holding these silver solo cups. I said, oh, what are we drinking? What kind of beers? It was water. Lame. Anyway, speaking of beers, my younger brother asked me to FaceTime him should I run into any famous athletes. So, I see somebody walking by. Unnamed collegiate athlete, happens to be sponsored by an Italian shoe brand. Called my brother on FaceTime. He is on the toilet, sitting down, pants down. I say, hey man, you asked for this. So I walk up to this athlete. I put my brother on. I'm holding a beer of my own. This athlete puts his face right in it, sniffs down, and then takes it out of my hand and drinks it. I don't know what you're doing. Buy me another one. Like, should I be honored that he felt comfortable enough around me? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Love you. Bye.
That's so good. Wait, so he said collegiate athlete sponsored by an Italian shoe brand?
Yes.
Okay, so Marco Langen
drank this guy's beer. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all,
sick move.
Such a sick move. That guy is so sick, by the way. We
met him. We met him at the course, chopped it up for a bit. This guy sounded like he was kind of annoyed at the move.
Yeah, like I would be a little annoyed too if someone stole my beer.
No. That's wrong. You're going. You're just approaching him with the FaceTime, like, "Hey, dude,"
someone going to the bathroom.
Of your brother's taking a shit, and you're FaceTiming him, and you're like, "Hey." You should be honored that Marco Langen drank your beer. Like, you're trying to you're like over here putting him on like a free cameo for your brother, and you're mad that he drank your beer?
Touche, Eric, you changed my mind.
That's a absolutely hilarious move.
That is hilarious.
It's fantastic. So I don't know if he took a sip. It sounds like he took a sip and then gave it back to him. I'm hoping he just took it out of his hands and chugged it and then said, see you.
I hope so.
All right, see y'all later. But I think that's another Marco
Such a
Langan
good
does
move.
it. Marco Langan does it again. Another +1 for him. Fantastic move. Fucking love to see it.
Love to see it. All right, here's another.
Love you, Ricky Roxford. Anyways, Ricky, I'm calling because I feel like you don't let the people know. Ricky Roxford, you were kind of like the up-and-coming Mac Miller, at least in my opinion. Yet you don't really talk about it no more. Like, why don't you let the people know who Ricky Roxford is? Let Ricky do the talking. Please let us know. Need answers.
Oh my God. It's so funny that this shit never, like, you try and make you try and become a rapper when you're 17 years old. And you
I'm
never-
gonna stop you right
You never
there.
hear the end of it. I think I was talking about it is either with you or Mac. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to get 16 bars on the Mondo Man's remix so bad.
Yeah, this was an idea that came about at maybe 11 p.m.
I'm like, I desperately need to get on that song.
You really do, though. And here's what I think you do. I think you write your verse. I think we figure out a way to like stitch it in to the song ourselves, and then you send it to Mondo. I think, like, what could go wrong?
I don't think much, but maybe copyright infringement. I also said I was going to
You're already
murder.
going to jail. So.
Yeah, I'm like, I already said I was going to murder Beatrice Chebet's husband. Like, I think I'm going to be taking heat for that also. But I gotta get a verse in there. If I don't make it on the Man's remix, well, also, I don't know if you noticed, but our boy Cole Hawker is he's kind of a musician. He makes beats. Maybe I can get on a song with him. I've got a lot of angles. If I can stay out of prison, I think I can resurrect this, my rap career. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad we settled that. All right, let's do one more.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's up, guys? Just finished the threshold workout. Got back to my car, checked my phone, saw that Aisha accepted my LinkedIn connection request. Let's go.
Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. I stopped playing it.
What's up, guys? Just finished the threshold workout. Got back to my car, checked my phone, saw that Aisha accepted my LinkedIn connection request. That's got me fired up. Wanted to leave a voicemail. My question for you guys today, I got a hypothetical race. I want you to tell me which athlete in the world you think would win it. You can maybe go like men's champ, women's champ. I don't know. Up to you. The race, it's a 5K cross-country race. Tough course, lots of mud, bad conditions. But the twist is the finish line is a 3-meter pole vault. And you got to carry the pole with you the full race. All right. Who do you think would win?
That is a crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck kind of question? God.
I love this guy. Wait, I just remembered. We got to meet Jimbo 200.
Oh, yes. That was huge.
So huge.
We met so many amazing fans out in Tallahassee.
Speaking of crazy voicemails,
And we
brought me back to Jimbo.
met Jimbo 200, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the original fantastic voicemail leavers for Off the Rails. So shout out to Jimbo. Great to put a face to the voice. Jimbo's voicemails were a lot different than this guy. So this guy's basically just like it's a cross country race, and then the finish line is a 3-meter pole vault.
and you have to carry the pole.
Yeah. So it's
Female. Courtney Frericks.
Okay.
Gymnastics background.
But it's do you think the gymnastics background helps with pole vault?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you not follow Alicia Newman?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, you would really like to follow Alicia Newman if I know anything about you.
Why does she like post a lot of like her butt or something? All right, I'll check her out. Sold. Yeah. Okay. You gotta wrap this up. It's getting like I'm just saying really crazy stuff.
It really is bedtime for Eric. He kindly waited until after work.
I'm like, yeah, it's 9:30, and now I'm just saying, I'm just really letting it rip.
But anyway, she was.
So Courtney Frericks will win.
Yeah. A lot of former gymnasts become pole vaulters.
Oh, okay. Courtney. So then, who's a former gymnast for 3 meters? It's not nothing.
Yeah, it's not nothing at all. A little over or under 9 feet.
Over.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you got to run the cross country race.
Yeah. So you need to be a good runner.
Yeah. First and foremost,
who can also
carry a pole.
Carry stuff. Yeah.
Who can carry that pole. And you're going to go Courtney Frericks. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fine.
Do you have any revisions?
No, I think off the top, that sounds just fine. I'm good with Courtney Frericks. We'll see what our friends at FanDuel say, but I'm sure they take a lot of lines from this show. I know that for a fact, so I'm sure she'll be a heavy favorite. On the men's side, I'm like, I don't know. I think like it's really just if you're athletic, you can figure it out. You get a big enough lead on the race, spend a couple extra minutes trying to get over the pole vault.
Jacob Kiplimo.
Fuck it. Just Jacob Kiplimo. Jacob Kiplimo could have carried a pole vault in Tallahassee and still probably won.
Yeah. Yep. Decided.
Jacob Kiplimo. Fantastic answer. I should 2 for 2 with the final question of the day.
That's our daily double. Thanks, Eric.
Okay. Well, I think that about does it for today. We'll have another one coming up in just a few short days. So we will be right back at it. We'll break down Milrose. There's some new entries came out. So we'll do a little, maybe we'll start talking about that, but,
and we have New Balance Indoor Grand Prix is coming up soon too. Yeah, guys, track is starting. Indoor is right around the corner. You thought maybe we wouldn't be able to get through this down period. We wouldn't have stuff to talk about. We did. And
we
now
figured
it
out.
More. Yeah.
Too much to talk about, quite possibly.
Yeah, we'll see if our overlords let this episode get published.
Yeah,
DVD.
I don't know if I can let it. When Chris asks like, "Hey, any edits?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean a lot. I think." But they're all. I don't have time.
Embedded.
I don't have timestamps. It's most of the first half. Anytime I mention Beatrice Chebet, you're gonna have to cut that out.
How funny would it be if they really didn't post it?
They're like, Chris is like, no, this actually is kind of crazy. I'm like, I get it. Okay, sweetie.
Well, that does it. I'll see you in a few days. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.